Welcome to Coffee and Tarot with Mama T. My name is Teresa, and I am welcoming in my Aquarius friends for your reading for October 13th through the 19th. First of all, we will welcome in spirit, and then I'm going to turn the camera around so that you can see the cards that I've already selected. I prayed over, shuffled, and cleansed the decks and selected the cards and laid out the reading just to save a little bit of time and shave a little bit of time off the reading. The first couple of readings of this week went quite a bit longer. So I will show you that, and then I will read you a little bit about the astrological energy that I wrote up for the week, just so that you have an idea of what kind of week you're walking into. Okay, this is what the reading looks like. We'll be using the Forest of Enchantment Oracle and Tarot, and they are companion decks. And then also we'll be using the Cosma Visions Oracle as well. This is a newer oracle for me, and I'm looking forward to doing readings with it. And then I have the questions that each card answers that I will go over as we're revealing the cards. We start this week with the Moon conjunct Jupiter in Cancer, forming a grand trine with Mars in Scorpio and Saturn in Pisces. Emotional self-examination, deep conversations, and taking action are all encouraged with this aspect. Meditation and reflection are also favored, but avoid ruminating over anything that qualifies as not my circus, not my monkeys. Worrying about global events during this aspect can lead to a sense of hopelessness. So if you have to indulge in any watching of the news about global events this week, be sure you spend twice as much time on self-care. Do take good care of yourself. This trine is a reminder to recalibrate, and today in particular is a great day for a nice relaxing bath or any sort of self-care. The biggest shift this week is going to be Venus entering Libra, one of its home signs, and that is happening today. Venus also creates a kite formation with Pluto in your sign, Aquarius, Saturn conjunct Neptune in Aries, and Uranus in Gemini, highlighting relationships. Saturn is going to add a little bit of a somber tone to the mix, and it may leave us feeling a little bit of left out of things. If that's the case, then let that Sun and Venus in Libra exalt themes of harmony and inclusion. Watch for anyone who is on the outskirts and invite them in. And if it's you, if you're feeling like you're on the outskirts, invite yourself in. You will be welcomed. With Pluto and Uranus in the mix, the best use of this energy is to try something different and creative, rather than falling into any sense of self-pity. Without abandoning your own values, acknowledge that others do live their own priorities just as you do. So, having discussions about those differences is going to be illuminating and will create deeper connections as well as ultimately help you grow. At the end of the week on the 19th, Mercury and Mars form a conjunction in Scorpio, creating another grand trine with Jupiter and Saturn. These aspects do support determination and focus, which I'm very much looking forward to. And the unusual capacity for both big picture thinking and attention to detail, which I am also looking forward to. I'm more of a big picture thinker. So this is an excellent time to write a business plan, write anything actually, and create media content. Keep in mind that while Saturn does encourage discernment, it can also awaken the internal critic. When you find yourself noticing the inevitable problems with yourself or with others or a situation, be sure that you come to the conversation with solutions and kindness. Finally, during this grand trine, the Libra sun is opposing Chiron, and so old wounds may surface. But when they surface, they always bring those opportunities for healing and growth. The key this week is to focus on what is your responsibility, what you can actually change without it assuming any responsibility for others. So now we will get into the cards. At the center of the reading, we have the main question that the cards are asking. And I wanted it to be the oracle because I love this little door and I wanted to open the door and find out what is hiding behind that door for the week for you. And the question is, what does this week have in store for Aquarius? And behind the door, we have the File of Light. So this is one of those, it's a magical tool in this deck. It's one of the special cards. And this is what the deck has to say about it. This is a really good one. Okay, the File of Light. Although exceedingly rare and precious, the File of Light is not fragile and it may be safely carried in a pocket. It is activated by a combination of touch and magic. I'm trying to fumble with the cards here while I want to hold it. It can be activated by the combination of touch and a magic word that will be given to you along with the file. Do not write down this word. It's unlikely that you will have more than one file of light in your lifetime, so keep it safe. So you're being given something rare this week. The intensity of the light will vary according to your need, from a comforting glow to a battle-stopping blast of brilliance. The uses of this magical tool are illuminating dark situations, both literal and metaphorical, announcing your presence with a flourish, claiming authority to take command. And these gifts here are not transferable. Upon your passing, the file will gently shatter and the shards will melt away. So you're being given something magical and a rare opportunity to announce your presence with a flourish, claim authority, take command, and illuminate any dark situations that you may face. So I take this as a very hopeful sign for you to have a wonderful week full of opportunities. Opportunities to take that moment in the limelight. So your next question is, what gift from the universe? What's the gift from the universe this week? And the answer is suspension. Suspension is like the hanged man in the tarot deck. So this is an opportunity while you do have this amazing tool, this magical tool to illuminate things, to illuminate the darkness that you may see. You're also going to have the opportunity to look at whatever it is that you face from a new perspective. You're in you're hanging upside down and have the opportunity to, pause. You have to just wait there while you're, as the hanged man, you probably are aware of this, but let me just pull it up from the Rider-Waite deck. The hanged man, you're just hanging there waiting for somebody to cut you down. But while you are waiting, you have this opportunity to see things from a new perspective, and your mind will become illuminated because you do see things from a new perspective. And it's a moment to pause and kind of get a game plan together, because you don't have anything else to do. And, so you're in this state of suspension. But while you're in the state of suspension, you're going to be able to illuminate what you normally can't see. All right. So the next card is, what do I have to empty my hands of in order to receive this gift? So if your hands are full, you have a whole 10 bags of groceries in your hands. You wanted to go from the car to the house in one trip. but you encounter somebody, they want to give you something else, or they want to shake your hand, something along those lines, you've got to set something down in order to do that. Same thing if your calendar is overly jam-packed or your mind is racing full of facts and things that you're trying to keep straight. If you don't create space for the universe to bring in this gift of the pause, then there's nowhere for this gift to go. So the card that you get is the oldest one. The oldest one is another major arcana card from the deck, and this is the same as the Hierophant in the Rider Waite. So the Hierophant is a kind of an authority figure, represents the church, the government, inside the box thinking. And you're being asked to set this aside this week. You're supposed to put this down. You're not supposed to indulge in this inside the box thinking. As an Aquarius, I don't think you'll have any problem with that. But in order for things to be illuminated and for you to see things in a new way, in order to see things from a new way, you do have to look beyond what has always been done and what is already, firmly established by, all of those ancient institutions that have established such matters. So I don't think you're going to have any trouble with setting that aside, but that is what you're being asked to leave alone this week so that you can have that fresh perspective. The next question is, how will I approach this letting go? What help is available? And the answer that you get is the romantic. And the meaning of the romantic is, find that. This is the, the following the heart, being an idealist. This is a character who chooses to see the ideal beauty in things and can also be wrapped up in their own emotions. If the romantic pops up in a reading, take a minute to really cherish the good that you have in your life. It can be very easy to get caught up with the bad that we forget to acknowledge all that is good. The romantic teaches us that if we move forward with our heart and mind, love will surely follow. So the help available in walking away from this establishment kind of thinking is to be more of an idealist. And that, again, I don't think is any problem for Aquarius. All right, your final question is advice or support from Spirit. And the card that you receive here is the Composer. The Composer says, the Composer and the Romantic are right next to each other in this book. The Composer is a card of great synchronicity. Much like the Three of Lotuses, this card speaks directly to the inner harmony in all things. But here you are taking part in its oneness, generating a conscious stream of harmony. When you pull this card in a reading, it can be a strong sign that things are well aligned for you and that much of this is because of your own doing. Continue on the path that you're on and the world around you will fall into place. So this idea of the romantic and this magical illumination of things, those are going to come from a little bit of a pause this week. And I think that sounds like an amazing week for you. I hope you liked this reading. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you like this kind of content. That way I will show up in your YouTube feed. And thank you again for joining me. Like I said, I hope you have a wonderful week ahead, and I will see you in my next video. Bye now.